I always smelled a strange odor on the hostess Eve. It smelled like rotting wood, but I couldn't voice the unease in my heart. Not until I caught a glimpse of the pregnancy test on the table did I vaguely realize a new life would be joining our family. Later, when I went shopping with them, Eve's pregnancy was confirmed. A few months later, Eve's belly gradually grew bigger. When I pressed my ear against it, I could clearly feel the movement of the life inside. One night, Denny went out to compete in a race. Suddenly, Eve said she was going into labor. Luckily, I was there with her. I stared at the live broadcast of Denny's race on television, sending her signals in my own way. Just as Denny overtook his opponent, the sound of a baby's cry rang out. That's how Zoe came into the world. When Denny rushed back home, I circled around him like a general who had won a battle. But not long after, Eve's parents came with their zebra-patterned cat. A strong sense of threat welled up in me. Time flew by. Zoe grew up with everyone's company. I did my duty as an uncle, playing with her every day, watching her smile. But this happiness was short-lived. I smelled that strange odor on Eve again, and it was even stronger than before. One weekend, Eve suddenly had a terrible headache. I knew the crisis inside her had erupted. She hurriedly made arrangements for Zoe, but she forgot about me and didn't leave enough food or water. In the following days, I lived an extremely hard life, surviving on a few dog food pellets and cookie crumbs. The drinking water ran out quickly, and I had to endure the humiliation of relieving myself on the floor mat. On the third day, low blood sugar made me hallucinate. The zebra-patterned cat came over to provoke me. I could only step back, afraid that I might lose control and tear it apart. On the morning of the fourth day, Denny rushed home, exhausted and dusty. When he saw me weak and listless, and the traces on the floor mat, he immediately understood everything. He prepared food for me right away, and also called Eve to scold her. I was so moved that my eyes teared up. Later, Denny went to report to his new racing team. Eve took me for a walk in the forest. We had only walked a few steps when she suddenly collapsed to the ground. I barked desperately to attract passers-by. They helped get Eve into an ambulance. After that, Denny entrusted me to a friend. Eve underwent tumor removal surgery. Denny took on the responsibility of the family alone, and also put his racing career on hold for the time being. Zoe went to her grandparents' house from time to time. When Denny had free time, he would sink into gloom. I could only accompany him on slow walks. In autumn, Eve was discharged from the hospital, but I could tell at a glance that she had changed. Chemotherapy had taken away her blonde hair, and the decaying smell on her body was even stronger. One night, I heard Eve tell Denny that the treatment was no longer meaningful. She just wanted to spend her last days with her family. After the re-examination, the doctor gave a final deadline. Eve gently stroked my head. I knew that was a goodbye. Eve's funeral was grand. Every day, I lay by the sofa where she used to sit to mourn her. After the funeral, Eve's parents asked Denny for custody of Zoe. Denny was extremely angry. He had a fierce quarrel with his father-in-law. In the tussle, he accidentally threw his father-in-law onto a stone platform, but he didn't know that this small conflict